Some people wake up on their birthday, check the date, pause for a half a second, and then continue with their day like nothing special happened. No excitement, no countdown, no dramatic "it's my day" energy. They brush their teeth, grab their phone, think about work or responsibilities, and move on. For them, a birthday is just another normal day on the calendar. Nothing more, nothing less. If this sounds like you, or reminds you of someone you know, stay with me, because people who treat their birthday like a normal day are often misunderstood, and there's much more going on beneath the surface than most people realize. You wish them a loud, cheerful, happy birthday, maybe with emojis, maybe with extra enthusiasm. They reply with a simple thanks. No excitement, no follow-up, no long conversation. When you ask what their plans are, they calmly say, nothing special. And somehow that answer feels surprising, almost confusing to people who love celebrating birthdays. But for them, nothing special is actually the most comfortable answer. They're not trying to be rude or distant. They genuinely don't feel the need to make the day bigger than it already is. For many of these people, birthdays slowly lost their magic over time. As kids, birthdays were everything. Cake, gifts, friends, attention, and that feeling of being important for one whole day. But as life goes on, reality steps in. Responsibilities grow, stress increases, time moves faster, and birthdays stop feeling like milestones and start feeling like reminders that another year passed. They don't hate birthdays. They're not sad about them. They just don't depend on them to feel happy or valued. Another big reason is expectations. Birthdays come with invisible pressure. You're expected to be excited. You're expected to celebrate. You're expected to smile, laugh, and feel grateful, even if you're tired, stressed, or emotionally drained. People who treat birthdays like normal days don't enjoy pretending. They don't like performing happiness just because society says they should. If they're happy, they want it to be real. If they're not, they don't want to fake it. For them, emotions don't change just because the date does. Many of these people are extremely independent. They don't wait for one special day to feel important. Their self-worth isn't tied to how many people remember their birthday or how many wishes they receive. They don't count messages. They don't compare celebrations. If people remember, they appreciate it. If people forget, they don't take it personally. They've learned how to stand on their own emotionally. And once you reach that point, birthdays stop controlling how you feel. Some of them are introverts who see birthdays as social overload. Messages start coming in from everywhere. Phone calls, group chats, plans, expectations. Suddenly, they're supposed to talk to everyone, reply to everyone, and be emotionally available all day. For them, that's exhausting. Their idea of a perfect birthday is simple. Good food, peace, maybe a favorite show, and a quiet moment to themselves. No loud surprises, no forced gatherings, no endless photos and small talk, just comfort. Others simply don't like attention. Being the center of focus makes them uncomfortable. Everyone watching their reactions, waiting for excitement, expecting visible happiness, opening gifts while people stare, smiling on command. For them, that attention feels more stressful than joyful. So they choose normalcy, and normal feels safe. What most people don't see is that many of these individuals are actually very emotional, just privately. They feel things deeply, but they don't like expressing it publicly. On their birthday, they might quietly reflect on the year that passed, the lessons they learned, the mistakes they made, the people who stayed, the people who left. For them, birthdays are not about celebration, they're about reflection, silent checkpoints in life. Sometimes treating birthdays like normal days comes from past disappointments, forgotten birthdays, broken promises, expectations that weren't met. Over time, they stopped expecting too much, not because they became cold, but because they learned how to protect themselves emotionally. When you expect nothing, you don't get hurt, and that mindset slowly becomes a habit. Here's the interesting part. These same people who don't care much about their own birthday often remember everyone else's. They show up for others. They wish people sincerely. They make others feel special. Because even if birthdays don't matter much to them personally, they understand that they matter to others. They don't need the spotlight, but they know how important it can feel to someone else. So next time you meet someone who treats their birthday like a normal day, don't assume they're boring, sad, or ungrateful. Don't assume they don't care. They might care deeply, just quietly. They understand that life doesn't change because of candles on a cake. It changes because of time, growth, effort, and experience. And maybe treating their birthday like a normal day is their way of saying they don't need one special date to value their life. They're trying to value every single day instead.